Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. So check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. They make it easier for you to find classes by length or by purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. It's free and I'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. Now in today's practice, we're going to explore poses for balance. So this is an area many of us struggle with it. We're going to work through some balance poses with confidence. And remember, you have your chair right here for support, okay? So you're going to need that chair, but you're also going to need a yoga strap. Now if you don't have a yoga strap, you can substitute a scarf or a necktie or a belt. You can do it without it, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and set our strap underneath our chair and let's get started. All right, we're going to move forward in our chair, okay? So I want you to feel like you're not leaning back. That's the main thing. So I don't care necessarily how far forward, but I don't want you to be leaning back. So we're going to lengthen through the crown of the head. So think about crown of the head up to the ceiling. And the minute you do that, the belly engages, right? So our heart is lifted, our abdominals engage. Pull those shoulders down, all right? So let's bring our hands down to our thighs and flip our palms up to the ceiling. Now we're going to begin to just close our eyes and feel the connection to our breath. So feeling that inhalation and that exhalation. Now with each inhalation, see if you can lengthen your spine a little bit longer, right? So inhaling, lengthening through that spine, and exhaling. Now we're going to move that breath down into our diaphragm. So as we inhale, we're filling the lungs from the bottom up. Our belly will extend. And then as we exhale, we're going to actively pull the belly button towards the spine and push the air up and out of the lungs. So do that a couple of times. Go ahead and breathe normally. Now this time as you inhale, we're going to try to make that exhalation longer than the inhalation. If you want to count to yourself, that's fine. But go ahead and do this at your own pace. Inhaling, maybe counting to 4 counts. And then as you exhale, maybe you count to 5, 6, 7, or 8. I don't care. Just go ahead and try to make that exhalation longer. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your side and open your eyes. Let's go ahead and roll those shoulders up, back and down. And do that again. Up, back and down. And then let's reverse that. So we're going back and up and down. Does that make sense? A little reverse roll there for those shoulders. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take that right ear, let it fall to the right shoulder. Then we're going to drop our chin towards our chest. Then left ear to left shoulder. That should feel good. And then chin to chest. All right, go ahead and look to the front of the room. Now this time we're going to do that same thing, but we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, okay? Now you can do that a couple of ways. One is you can just hold on to the chair behind you, or the other one is you can literally clasp the hands behind the back, pulling the shoulder blades back, okay? But I don't want you to lift the arms up. We're just going to rest them here on our back, okay? All right, are we ready? We've got those shoulder blades behind. Let's drop that right ear to that right shoulder. Do you feel the difference? I do. So it's just a little different neck stretch here. All right, go ahead and drop your chin to chest. Let's do the other side. Okay, now go ahead and drop your chin to your chest. Now bring your hands to your lap. So we're going to cup one palm in the other. Extend your thumbs long. Now bring those hands up to the crown of the head, or really the back of the head, I should say. Bring your elbows down towards the floor and feel the stretch in the back of the neck. So your hands are just giving, you're not pulling, you're just letting gravity help. Now with your extended thumbs, you can give your neck a little massage. So you're just kind of rubbing on those muscles on the back of the neck. You feel it? Just a nice little self-massage there for the neck. All right, let's go ahead and release that. Bring your hands back down to your lap. Go ahead and lift your head up. And let's do one more single shoulder roll here. And reverse that. Okay, so we're going to move into a cat and a cow. So we're going to start with that cat. So begin, you're going to place your hands on your thighs, but I want you to lift through the spine and kind of open your throat before we even start, all right? Now, pull your belly in, round your spine, tuck your chin, let the head fall into your cat pose. And then we're going to lift up, and we're going to take our thumbs and rotate those palms to where the thumbs are towards the back wall and open up your heart, feeling that open throat again. Let's do that again. Down we go. And let's lift it up. Thumbs to that back wall. Open up the heart. Add the breath. Inhale into your cow pose and exhale into your cat pose. You got this. Inhale into your cow pose. Take your time. Exhale into your cat pose. We're not in any kind of a race, are we? Let's do that one final time. Up we go. And down we go. Excellent work. Beautiful work. And release. Okay, so we're going to move into our mountain pose, an extended mountain using our strap. Again, if you don't have a strap, don't worry about it. It's fine. You can do it without it. But if you have the strap, go ahead and double it up. So what you want, I'm sorry, I got a bit hair in my face, it's tickling my nose. So what you want is to have your strap, I don't know, what is that, about 1.5 feet or so, a foot. You want your hands to be about that wide. So just kind of take a moment here to get those hands onto your strap, and then we're going to bring those hands all the way up to the ceiling. Belly is tight, shoulders are down out of the ears, okay? All right. Now we're going to lean our mountain to the right, keeping that opposite hip down, right? Both hips are staying down, and then we're going to lean, we're going to come back up to the center, and then we're going to lean our mountain the other way. And we're going to come up center, and then we're going to bring those hands down and take a little break. Okay, so if that puts a lot of pressure on your shoulders, you can always leave your elbows bent a little bit, all right? So you're kind of here. You're going to get the same feeling, right? It's just not quite as extended. All right, so now we're going to add a little twist to that. So we're going to come back up to our extended mountain, right? Shoulders are down. So remember, keep the shoulders down. So I'm not letting my shoulders come up into my ears. I'm pulling them down. My belly is tight, all right? So again, we're going to lean to the right. Now, with your left hand, you're going to come down. Here's our back, all right? You're going to work your back some here. Belly tight. Bring that hand down. So now my arms are parallel to the floor. Do you see that? All right. Same hand. We're going to come back up to that twist, back up to the ceiling, and we're going to do that the other way. So down we go. Now this time your right hand is what's going to come down. Your strap is parallel to the mat, and if you don't have a strap, you're just doing it with your hands. Then you're going to bring that hand up and all the way up. Let's take just a moment. We're going to do that one more time. Give those shoulders just a little bit of a break. Are you feeling it? You should be feeling there's a stretch happening through the shoulders, but a significant work and stretch happening in the side waist. We're also working our abdominals and our back. So there's a lot going on in this one. Doesn't look like it, but there is, okay? Hands to the ceiling, shoulders are down, belly is tight. Here we go. Lean your mountain first. Now, twist down we go. That strap is parallel to the mat. Belly is super tight. Let's take that twist out, come all the way up, and we're going to go straight to the other side. Extend that mountain and lean that mountain. Now we're twisting. Got it? Take the twist out, come back up, and release. All right, very, very good. So let's go ahead and set our strap back down under our chair, and we're going to move into a crescent lunge. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide, and then we're going to let that left knee fall down towards the floor. Okay? So this is a beautiful crescent lunge right here. You can hold that chair, belly stays tight. You should be feeling the front side of this leg stretching. Okay? Now, if you want a little bit more, remember in my class I'll talk about adding on, but if you don't want to add on, you don't ever have to add on. But if you want to add on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this foot back behind me a little bit. I'm up on those back toes. I'm being very gentle though, right? We're warming up. Now I feel a little bit more stretch. The key to this one is the heart is lifted. So we don't want to be leaning forward. If you're leaning forward, what's happened is you probably have a little too much stress here. I would rather you bend the knee, go ahead and lift the heart up. You're going to get more stretch by having the heart lifted, okay? Let's go ahead and release that, face forward. And let's just do the other side. Are we ready? Here we go. Open up first. Do you feel a little inner thigh stretch? I know, right? Okay. Now we're going to let that knee fall down towards the floor. Remember, this is a great version. Heart is lifted. If you're feeling that stretch on that on the front side of that leg, you're good to go. If you want a little bit more, just push that foot back behind you a little bit more. So I'm still up on my toes. I'm kind of straightening that leg a little bit, but my heart stays lifted. Do not let the heart fall forward. Maximizing that stretch. Crescent lunge. One more breath and release. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to move into a pyramid pose, and we're going to add some dynamic movement to that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is extend that left leg out towards the floor. Yeah, out towards the floor. Your heel is on the floor and your toes are up to the ceiling. Does that make sense? Okay. Now we're going to extend through the spine. We're going to hold on right here to those thighs, and we're going to let our heart fall forward. Hang out here for just a couple more breaths, all right? All right, now we're going to go ahead and roll up nice and slow. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? So we're going to extend that other leg out, lengthen through the spine, pull that belly in, and let your heart fall forward. Does that feel pretty good? A little stretch there for that hamstring? Okay, let's come up and in we go. So what we're going to do now, that's a static stretch, is what I'm trying to say, a static stretch. So what we're going to do is add a little dynamic movement to that. So just remember to keep your belly tight. That's going to protect that back. And if you ever don't want to do the arms, you can keep your hands on your thighs. It's fine. But if you're with me, we're going to extend that opposite leg out, toes are to the ceiling, right? We're going to lengthen those arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, I'm going to extend out, trying to touch the wall in front of me. And then I'm going to bring my hands down towards my foot. And then I'm just slowly going to roll it up. Extend my arms out. Inhale. Exhale, out we go, and down towards your foot. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, extend, out we go. Can we do one more just like this? You got this, right? Belly is tight. Protect that low back. Add that breath if you wish. And up we go. Can we do the other side? Let's do it. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We have one more. We got this. Is your belly tight? Are you protecting that low back? Are you extending as far as you can? And up we go. Very, very good. Okay, let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into a sun salutation B, which adds that chair pose. That's going to be our little bit of balance work in this section. So we're going to bring our hands to our heart, and we're going to take a big circle with those arms all the way up to mountain pose, and then we're going to bring our hands to our heart. Don't worry about the breath yet. We'll add that here in a minute. Let's take those arms up and make that big circle around and bring our hands to our heart again. Let's do that one more time, just like that. Big circle up. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go to mountain pose. Big circle around and bring your hands to your heart. Let's add the breath. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, belly button to spine. Bring that hand to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, big circle around and bring your hands to your heart. Okay, so we're going to add that forward salute with airplane arms. Here we go. Big circle, up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Back up to that mountain pose now. Bring your circle around to your side. Extend those arms back behind you. Lengthen your spine. Head towards where the ceiling and the wall meet. Arms are back behind you. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that again. Big circle, up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go into that forward salute with airplane arms. We're stretching out. We're lengthening through the spine. One more breath and hands to heart. Adding on. Here we go. Big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go to mountain. Forward salute with airplane arms. Now we're going to bring our arms to our thighs and let our heart fall forward into a forward fold. All right? So it's kind of a half forward fold, but that's perfect. All right, let's do that one more time before we add chair. Here we go. Big circle. Up we go. Are you adding that breath in? Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, let that heart fall forward into that forward fold and take a moment. Okay. So there's our sun salutation. Now we're going to be adding in that chair pose. So the first chair pose we're going to do, we're going to leave our seat in the chair, but we're going to act like we're getting up. So I want my feet back just a little bit. I still want the knees behind the toes, but we're going to act like we're getting out of the chair, but we're not. All right? And then we're going to come back down. So that's going to be the next thing we add on. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Hands to heart. Big circle. Up we go. Mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go to that mountain pose. Come into that forward salute with airplane arms. We're stretching, we're lengthening. Now we're going to come to forward fold with our hands on the thighs. Let that heart fall forward. There's your back working. Okay, are we ready? Bring your hands to heart. Act like you're getting out of the chair, but don't let the hips are raising just a little bit, but we're still in the chair. We're activating our quadricep muscles significantly. Our belly is tight. Our heart is lifted. One more breath and release. Let's do that one more time, just like that. Bring your hands to your heart. Okay, are we ready? Up we go. Bring those hands to heart. Back to mountain pose. Forward salute, airplane arms. Stretch it out. Let's do that forward fold with our arms on our thighs for support. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, act like we're getting out of the chair. One more breath and release. How does that feel? Is that feeling pretty good? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to come up out of the chair this time. So instead of here, now remember, you don't ever have to add on, right? So if you want to stay right here, stay right here. But what I'm going to do is come up out of the chair. Whoops. balance, belly, come up out of the chair, right? Belly is tight. So there's our little balance piece to this movement. Okay, are we ready? Bring your hands to your heart. Let's do this. Big circle up and around. Bring those hands to the heart. Up we go back to mountain pose. Forward salute, airplane arms. You got this. Stretch it out. Let's do that forward fold now. Ah, there's the back, right? Hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Let's come up out of that chair. Oh, yeah. How does that feel? Right? Belly's tight. One more breath. Let's have a seat and release. Let's do that again. Big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Up to mountain pose. Forward salute with airplane arms. We're going to stretch that out. We're going to place our palms on the legs. We're going to let that heart fall forward. I said palms and I meant arms. Hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Push through those heels. Lift yourself up off that chair. One more breath. Have a seat and take just a little break. Now in your chair pose, what's really important is that your hips are shooting back behind you, okay? So peek at me real quick. So as I come up, notice that my hips are still back, right? My knees are behind my toes. So what we don't want to have happen is that we come forward like this. So see how my knees are in front of my toes? Super, super hard on the knees. Lots of pressure on those knees, and that's not what we want to have happen. Those hips are back, okay? You see that? All right. Now the other little, trick or whatever the right word is you want those feet to be back. So if your feet are too far forward, I'm telling you, it is virtually impossible to get up out of that chair, right? So you want those feet to be back so that when you press down, you can lift up. All right? Let's do it. We're going to do it 2 more times, and then we've got one more thing to add. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Big circle. Yay! And hands to heart. Up we go to mountain pose. Forward salute. Airplane arms. Stretch through that spine. Really try to lengthen through. All right, are we ready for that forward fold? Here we go. All right, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Press into that chair pose. Can you wiggle your toes? If you can wiggle your toes, generally your weight is far enough back behind you, right? If you feel like your weight is forward, shoot those hips back. One more breath, down we go. Last time before we add on. Big circle. Bring your hands to your heart. Back up to mountain pose. Forward salute with airplane arms. We're going to stretch. We're coming into our forward fold. We got this, don't we? Yeah. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Come into your chair pose. We're old hands at this one now. One more breath, and down we go. Okay, so the only thing we're going to add on, we're going to do that whole thing again. We're going to come to chair pose, but we're going to stand instead of sit. Then we're going to come back into chair pose, and then we're going to sit down. Okay, we've only got a couple more to do, and then we're done. All right, are we ready? Big circle, up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Remember, belly button stays very, very tight. Pull that belly button to the spine throughout this whole thing. Let's go to that forward fold. Are we ready for our chair pose? Here we go. Chair pose. Now we're going to stand. We're going to bring our hands to the ceiling. We're going to make a big circle around. Back to hands to heart. Back to chair pose. And we're going to have a seat. Let's do that one more time. Big circle. Up we go. Hands to heart. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute airplane arms. We've got this. Forward fold. Work that back. Hands to heart, chair pose, quadriceps, abdominals pretty involved here. Let's stand up, big circle around. Bring your hands back to your heart. Sit back into that chair pose and have a seat. How do you feel, right? Okay, let's grab a sip of water. Okay, so we're going to move into a half Lord of the Fishes pose along with a Crescent Lunge. So we're going to take that right knee and we're going to open it up nice and wide. Now, in your half Lord of the Fishes movement, what was really important is that this knee stays open. So what will happen is it tends to want to fold in, and I don't want that to happen. If this is too much pressure on you, I'd rather you heel toe your foot in a little bit than bring the knee in. Does that make sense? It's just hard on those knees. Okay, So now we're going to take our left arm and we're going to bring it all the way across our body. Grab the back of your chair. Okay, you got it? Now extend through the spine, turn, and look over the back of your chair. Okay, let's release that, and we're going to do that one more time. We're going to bring that hand all the way across our body. We're going to grab the chair, crown of the head lifts, turn, and look over the back of your chair. And release. So a nice little stretch there through the inner body. Okay, inner body, around the rib cage is what I'm trying to say. So now what we're going to do is move into a crescent lunge. So we're going to let this knee fall straight down towards the floor, okay, and push that foot back behind us. Now your heart is lifted. Your hands are resting here on your thigh or on your chair. Either is fine, okay? So feeling that stretch happening right here in the front side of that back leg. Okay, let's go ahead and release that, and we're going to do that one more time. Okay, so now just hang out here for a moment, and I want you to watch me what I'm doing with this next section. So here's where our balance work is going to come in. So I'm going to slide my hips off of the chair, okay? So I'm right here on the edge of my chair to start with. I've got my hand right here on that chair for support. I'm going to let my hips slip off the chair, and then I'm going to bring my hands to heart, and there's your balance work, okay? Then if you want to add a little bit more, we can straighten, whoops, and lower, and lift and lower, okay? So we're going to work on that and to see how it feels. Okay, are we ready? So let's everybody get back into that crescent lunge. But what you want to do, if you're going to try this version, you want to move towards the edge of your chair. You've got this knee straight down or that knee back behind you, okay? All right, hold on to the chair. Are we ready? We're going to slip our hips off. How you doing? Hang on to that chair for right now. Kind of get your balance. The other thing I didn't mention is you want your feet to be on I call it railroad tracks, so you don't want your feet to be right in alignment one with the other. You want them to have some space between them. That's going to give you a little bit more balance help. Okay, are we ready? We're going to let go of the chair and bring our hands to heart. Oh yeah. Are you feeling it? How's that balance going? Belly, 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 right? Belly tight. Lift your pelvic floor muscles. Get all your core solid. Now, if you want a little bit more, you're going to straighten that front leg a little bit, and then you're going to bend that front knee. Then you're going to straighten that front leg a little bit, and you're going to bend that front knee. You're going to straighten that leg a little bit. You're going to bend that front knee. Let's do one more. We got this. Oh, my goodness. Come back into your crescent lunge. Grab the chair. Slip your hips back onto that chair. Bring that knee up and face forward. How did that feel? Right? It's a little bit of balance work in that one, wasn't there? But you had your chair, didn't you? So you know you can slip your hips back on the chair if you want to. You can grab it to hold on to it. You can let go and practice your balance. So you got lots of options here. Okay, we're going to do the other side now. So remember, we're going to start in that Lord of the Fishes pose. So we're going to take this knee and we're going to open it up nice and wide. So here we are in that inner thigh stretch. So remember, this knee must stay open. All right, so if it begins to fold in, I'd rather you bring that foot forward versus just letting the knee fold in. Okay, does that make sense? All right, are we ready? We're going to take that right hand. We're going to bring it all the way across our body. We're going to grab the chair. Crown of the head lifts. We're going to turn and look over the back of the chair. Shoulders stay down. We got a nice twist happening in the center of the body. Let's release that, and we're going to do that again. Here we go. Bring that arm across the body, grab the chair, extend through the spine, turn and look over the back of your chair. And let's release that. Okay, we're going to move into that crescent lunge. We're going to let that knee fall down towards the floor. I'm moving out towards the edge of my chair, getting ready for that balance challenge. All right, let's go ahead. If you want to press the back of that, press that foot back a little bit, right? We're back on those toes. Feeling the stretch here on the front side of that back leg. Okay, let's just feel that for a moment first. Hanging onto that chair. Let's release that and do it one more time. Right, just feeling that stretch. Now let's get that belly, thinking about pulling the belly button in towards the spine. We're lifting those pelvic floor muscles. All right, are we ready? Here we go. We're going to slip our hips off of that chair. Hang on to the chair to start with. Kind of get everything set. Maybe you need to widen your stance a little bit, right? That's okay too. Heart is lifted. Don't let that heart fall. Okay, are we ready? Can we let go of the chair? Oh yeah, hello. Let's do that final piece. We're going to straighten that front leg a little bit, and then we're going to bend that front knee. Remember, these are add-ons, your choice, right? You're like, Carol, this just doesn't work for me. Then don't do it. I've given you options. You've got lots of options here. You pick and choose what works for you. One more here. All right, let's go ahead and grab that chair, slip those hips back on, and release. Whew. All right, just take a couple breaths here. All right, excellent. Okay, we're going to move into Eagle Pose. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of options for all of it, really. So you're going to have lots of different options. So we're going to start with just crossing ankle to ankle, okay? So if you'll notice, I've just taken an ankle and I've crossed it over the other ankle. So let's all do the same side. So take your left foot, your left leg is going to be in front, okay? It's going to be easier to think about it as I'm cueing things. At least it was easier for me. Let's be honest, all right? Okay, so now my left knee is the one that's bent in front, right? So we're going to take our right wrist and it's going to be in front. So you just kind of want it to be the opposite. And it's a balance thing. It's not anything super fancy or anything, okay? So I'm just crossing here at my wrists. That knee is bent. We're going to extend through the spine, and we're going to just let our heart come forward a little bit and see how that feels. Yeah. Is that okay? Good. Let's come up. We're going to release that, and we're going to release the feet. Okay. Let's go to the other side while we're here. Let's just go ahead and cross. And if you notice, the one thing I did not do is I did not move this foot in to cross, right? So you want to keep this leg, the leg that's going to be underneath, the same distance apart, and you want to bring this leg over and cross. Does that make sense? Now you're getting some stretch here in this glute. Otherwise, if you bring them both together, you really don't get as much stretch. Okay, so now my right knee is the one bent on top, so my left wrist is going to come in front. I'm going to extend through the spine, belly is tight, and I'm going to let my heart fall forward. Okay? Good. Up we go. And release. Now that's an excellent version of Eagle. You can stay right there. You're good to go. If you want more, we're going to add on. Okay, so now I'm going to take this leg and I'm going to cross it over. Okay? So instead of it being ankle to ankle, now it's crossed over. So instead of now crossing at wrist, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hug myself. So I want the right hand to be on top, and I'm just going to hug myself. Okay? Feel a little different, right? Extend through the spine, belly tight, and let your heart fall forward. Are you feeling a little more stretch here? I am. One more breath. Up we go. And we're going to release that. Okay? Let's uncross our legs and let's go to the other side. So I'm going to cross now. So this leg is on top, so this is the hand that's going to be on top. I'm going to hug myself. Remember, you've always got the wrist to wrist. You can always cross at ankle, right? I'm giving you lots of options. Extend and let your heart come forward. So if the crossing of the legs doesn't work and you want to do ankle, do it. If the hugging yourself doesn't work, but the crossing of the legs does, do wrist to wrist. You got choices. All right, let's up we go. And release, and release. Okay, I'm going to add one more thing, and that's those eagle arms. So let's get the legs first. So whichever version you want, ankle to ankle or cross, your choice, okay? So go ahead and get those legs set. Now, for eagle arms, we're going to bring those arms, forearms are parallel to one another, okay? So my left knee is on top, so my right hand is going to be the one that comes underneath, and then see how the backs of my hands are together, or you can have the fronts of the palms together, right? That's good too. But not if your wrists have to be all bent to get there, right? So we want those wrists to be straight. I have to kind of turn to the side so you can see me. All right, are we ready? We're going to lift up and forearms away from the face. Extend through the spine and let your heart fall forward. Full seated eagle pose. Oh my goodness, do you feel it? One more breath, lifting up, unravel your arms and unravel your legs. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. Now you may be saying, I've seen people, I thought you had to wrap your legs to make it fully eagle. If you want to wrap your legs around, go for it. It's great. If that doesn't work for most people, I'll just tell you that right now, right? And it doesn't work for most people on both sides. So it's an option. If you want to do it, great. Those hips, though, need to stay forward. So generally, especially standing, when you try to wrap that foot around, inevitably those hips start moving. But if you want to wrap, go for it. All right, here we go. Forearms are parallel to one another. My left arm is going to come underneath. Backs of palms together. Fronts of palms together. Lift up. Forearms away from the face. All right, are we ready? Inhale, extend. Exhale, forward we go. Oh my goodness. I feel this one. It feels good. Great stretch. One more breath. Up we go. Unravel the arms and unravel the legs. Whew, how'd that feel? All right, very good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is with our strap. So go ahead and grab your strap. And again, if you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's fine. You can just do it without it. So we're just going to set it here in our lap for right now. We'll be coming to it in just a moment. So we're going to come forward in our chair. And I want you to, the first ones, we're just going to hang on to our chair. Okay, so we'll be adding on from here. But just let's hang on to our chair. And we're going to lift that right leg up. Right, so it's to a tabletop position. Our belly is super tight. Our spine is extended long, and we're not leaning back. All right, so I want you to feel how your abdominal muscles feel. All right, let's lift the other side. You feel that? Are you feeling your abdominals engaged? I know your quad's working, but I want you to feel those abdominals too. Let's do it one more time on each side. Lift and lift. Do that again. Lift and lift. All right. Now the add-on for this first section is we're going to lift and we're going to flex and we're going to straighten that leg. All right. And then we're going to bring that knee in and we're going to put it down. See if you can do it without holding on. Lift, straighten that leg, bring it in and down. Let's do that again. Lift, push through that heel, bring that knee in and down. Last time. Lift, push through the heel, bend the knee, and down. Okay, that's great. If you want to keep doing what we were just doing, that is fine. You can hold on or see if maybe you can do it without holding on. If you're with me, the add-on here is you go ahead and just put your strap on the floor and put your foot in that strap, okay? So now, and you're going to hold it with that same hand, all right? So you're going to be holding it with that same hand. Now, you're going to lift this leg up, hold on, and then you're going to lift the other foot up, down, and down. Now, I've got to adjust where I am seated on my chair just a little bit because I can't now. Let's see if that's going to work. So maybe you need to make a couple of adjustments. Hold on, lift, lift, down, and down. Okay, you kind of see what we're doing? Then see if you can do it without holding on. Now, all the strap is doing is it's giving you a little help there. If you want to try it without the strap and do it without the strap, that's fine too, right? So you would just be doing lift, lift, down, and down. I'm telling you, the strap helps. Okay, are we ready? Let's give it a try. Let's do it that same side. Here we go. Make your adjustments, belly tight. Lift, lift, down, down. Lift, lift, down, down. Lift, lift, down, down. Lift, lift, down, down. Now, I don't know if you noticed. Let's go ahead and set up for the other side. I'm not lifting my feet very high. That's not the idea. It's not, how high can I get my feet up? We're actually going to kind of do that next on the next series. So don't think you've got to get those feet super high. We're going to be working on that next. You're like, yay. I think I need to go get some water, right, during this next section. No, I'm kidding. You'll do great. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. So let's lift the foot that doesn't have the strap first. All right, put it down. Are we ready? Hang on to that chair to start with. Lift, lift, down, down. Lift, lift, down. Maybe you do it without holding on. Or you're working your belly, right? Abdominals are engaged. Lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, and down. Very, very good. Okay. So that's kind of our prep for our seated boat pose series. So you can keep doing what we were just doing if that kind of feels better for you. But if you want to move into boat pose, then what we're going to do, and I'm going to turn to the side because I think you can see me better. You can stay facing me. If you want to turn to the side, that's fine too. It's totally up to you. But keep your strap here. I will show you how you can use the strap in a minute, or you can just set it down if it bugs you in your lap. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to set mine down. I think it's going to bug me. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is remember belly is tight. Let's do a couple of pelvic tilts so you can kind of feel that sensation of rounding that spine. Do you feel that? And then we're going to lift up. Okay, let's do that again, kind of that rounded spine. All right, so come back to neutral spine. Hold on to that chair to begin with. We're going to lift one knee up and the other knee up. And then we're going to come down and down. How's that feeling? All right, lift up and up. And down and down. Let's do it one more time. Up and up, down and down again. Up and up, down and down. Okay, so checking in. Do a couple of pelvic tilts. I don't want you to feel it in the back, all right? So really want you to support that low back is all abdominals. And that's one of the things by doing a little bit of rounding and you're kind of down onto that tailbone, that's going to also give you more work here and protect that low back. So we should be feeling this in our back, okay? Now, if you'll just peek at me real quick, one thing we're going to be doing next is we're going to come up and up and we're going to balance, okay? This is where your strap can help if you so desire. I'm not going to use the strap, but I'm going to demonstrate it and I'm going to show you how you can use the strap. So I would put both feet into the strap and I would hold it in one hand to start with, right? Go ahead and hang on to the chair and get up into your balanced boat pose. Then you're going to hold the straps, right? So it just gives you a little bit more support in this balanced pose, all right? If you want to do that, go for it. I'm personally going to leave my strap out of it, and because I'm going to be demonstrating some other things that you can be doing, all right? And I think it's a little harder for me to show you that with a strap. All right, so here we go. We're going to lift one knee up and the other knee up, and we're going to come into our balance boat pose. Okay, is everybody feeling it? Or is your belly working hard? Or your shoulders down? Or is your upper body relaxed? You can be holding onto that chair if you want to. It's okay. All right, one more breath here. Let's go ahead and come down. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to lengthen one leg out and we're going to lengthen the other leg out, okay? So let's see how that feels. Let's go ahead and come up. All right, are we ready? Hold on if you want, or release. Extend one leg out and bring it in, and extend the other leg out and bring it in. Let's do that again. Extend and bend, extend and bend. Last time, extend and bend, extend and bend and come down. Okay, how does that feel? Now I'm just going to face you. We're not done. I know you want to be done. We're not quite done. Got to do a little bit for the sideways, but I'm going to face you. I think you can see me a little bit better. Okay, so bring your hands to heart. Keep your feet down for this first one. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to twist and act like that elbow is going to come towards the chair. Doesn't have to touch. And then we're going to come back up. And then we're going to go the other way. So elbow comes down towards the chair, doesn't have to touch, and up we go. All right? So if you notice, I've leaned back and I've created that little, that belly button to spine, that little bit of a pelvic tilt here as I twist and come up and twist and come up and then all the way up, okay? So that's a great version. Do that version. Excellent. If you want a little bit more, we're going to come up just like we've been doing, right? I'm going to come a little bit further. There we go. Because I was hitting the back of my chair before I got into my full, where I could really balance well, which is one of the reasons that some people like to turn around. They're like, Carol, quit talking. Let's go. All right, are we ready? Here we go. We're going to take that elbow down towards the chair, and up we go. And down, and up. Again. Down, and up, and down, and up. Last time. Down, and up, and down, and up. Go ahead and come up and take a little break. Okay, so peek at me real quick. We're going to do that one more time. And one thing I want to show you that tends to happen is we're here, right? And as we twist this way, that foot kind of wants to pedal out. But I don't want you to let it. I want you to keep those feet even for this next series. Then we are going to pedal the feet. But for this first one, I want you to keep those feet in. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Balance up. Is everybody up there? You got your balance? Is your belly tight or is your heart lifted? Here we go. We're going to twist and center. Our feet stay stable. And twist and center. And twist. Up we go. And twist and center. And twist. Are you feeling it? I am. Here we go. Last one. And center both sides. Up and center. And take just a little break. Okay. The very final thing, I know, I'm feeling it. Oh my goodness. So the very last thing is we're just going to, if you want to peek at me real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to twist and we're going to extend that leg. All right. And then we're going to come center and we're going to twist and we're going to extend that other leg and come center. And it is super challenging. So just do it if it works. If it doesn't work for you, maybe you keep your feet down and here you are, right? This is another option right here. All right, if you're with me, up we go. Here we go. Twist and lengthen that opposite leg. Come center. Twist and lengthen that opposite leg and come center. Can we do one more on each side? We got this. And center. Last one. We got it. We got it. And center. Down we go. And take a break. Oh, my goodness. I know. All right, let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into some pelvic tilts. So basically we're just rocking our pelvis back and forth. So kind of hip tips to shoulders and hip tips to knees. So just a little rocking back and forth. Should feel really good. Sometimes I'll do this like if I've done something and my back is feeling a little like tight. I'll do these. It feels so good. Let's just do a couple more. All right, go ahead and come back to that neutral spine. Your hands are going to stay on those thighs, and we're going to do body circles. So we're going to let that heart come forward first. Keep the back flat, okay? Are you feeling your back? Is your belly tight? Now we're going to take that circle to the right. Now, as we come back behind, don't skimp on this part. Use your abdominals to hold you up. Don't skimp on this back part. We tend to want to do that. And let's come back center. We're going to do that same thing one more time. I'm going to move forward just a little bit so I get a little bit more of that back work. Back we go. Activate that abdominal. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. To the side. And center. And now we're going to reverse it. All right, we got two this direction. So we're going to the side, we're going to the back, we're activating our abdominals, we're working those hard, we're coming to the side. There's your side waist work. And here's your back work. Let's do it again. Should feel good too. So we're working, but it also should feel really, really good. I love body circles. Come forward and go ahead and lift that heart up. Okay, so now if you have your strap, let's go ahead and grab that strap. If you don't have a strap, you're going to just do it without the strap, okay? And it'll be just fine. But if you have your strap, let's go ahead and hook the right foot under it, okay? You're going to hold the strap. You see I'm kind of moving forward in my chair. Now, my other hand, I'm just going to be holding onto that chair for right now, okay? So we're going to lift that leg up, and then we're going to open up. So there's that inner thigh working pretty hard. We're going to come center, and then we're going to bring that leg across the midline of the body. We're going to come center, and we're going to do that again. And come center, and bring it across the midline of the body. Come center, bend the knee, and put that foot down, okay? Let's do the other side. So remember, if you don't have the strap, maybe you can hang on to your pants legs, right? And maybe that's an idea. Okay? Or just do it, right? Fine too. Okay, if you're with me, my foot is in the strap. So the same, the hand is the same as the foot that's in the strap, right? Does that make sense? So it's the same side, that's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's choke up a little bit, see if we can get that foot a little bit higher. Feeling a little bit of stretch here, are we? All right, hang on to that chair. Let's open. We're going to come center, and let's cross the midline of that body. Come center, do that again, open. Center, and cross. And center, bend the knee, and down we go. Okay, so now the add-on, remember, you don't ever have to add on, but if you want to add on, let's go to the other side. So we're going to choke up, we're going to lift that leg, and I'm going to let go of the chair. There's your balance. Are we ready? Belly tight. Remember, don't lean back. Open up that leg. Oh, yeah. How's that feel? Working balance, right? Who thought you could work balance seated? Bring it from back center. Let's bring it across the midline of the body. And center. Let's do that again. Oh, my goodness. Is your belly tight? Hand to toe pose, right? With a strap. Center. Back we go, release. And we're going to do the other side. So make sure you're not leaning back. We tend to want to lean back in this one. So it's not a matter of leaning back to get the leg up, right? We're working the quadricep muscle and the hamstring pretty well. Even though we've got the strap, you're still working those muscles. Belly tight, crown of the head lifts to the ceiling. See if you can let go. Here we go, open. Oh yeah. Come back center. Don't lean back. Come back center across the midline of the body and center. Let's do that again. Open it up. Come center. Cross the midline of the body. Come center. Bend the knee and release. How did that feel, right? That's some work right there. All right, we're going to come back to the strap in a minute. Let's just set it down for now. So we're going to do a horse pose with heel lift. So we're going to do a heel, toe. So your feet are pretty wide here. All right, so we're getting a little inner thigh stretch there. Now we're going to lift our left or our right heel off the mat, and we're going to put that down, and then we're going to lift the other heel up and down. Lift up and down, lift up and down, up and down. Up and down. Switch sides. Up and down. Up and down. And take just a moment. Okay. So now what we're going to do is come into that little bit of a toe stand, if you will. So we're going to lift one heel, lift the other heel. Our hips are going to stay into the chair, but you don't have your feet fully on the floor, so you're feeling the balance. You've got to really use your abdominals here, right? To extend through that spine. Okay. And down and down. Let's do that again. Lift up and up. And down and down. One more. Lift up and up. Down and take just a break. Okay. So now, if you notice, my hands were just kind of resting on my thighs. Now we're going to extend those arms out. Belly is tight. Shoulders are down. Lift one heel. Lift the other heel. Hold and breathe. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in your arms. Activate those triceps. One more breath. Release and release. Let's do that again. Lift and lift, squeeze, hold, belly tight. Release, down and down. Lift up and up, hold, squeeze. Down and down, last one, lift up and up, squeeze it. One more breath, down and down, release the hands, heel toe those feet back together. All right, very, very good. We're going to move into pyramid pose, and we're going to use our strap to give us just a little additional stretch, okay? So, if you don't have a strap, don't worry about it, it's fine. But if you have the strap, we're going to extend our right leg out, our toes are to the ceiling. We're going to come down and just put that strap around the ball of our foot. So you don't want it around the arch of the foot. You want it on the ball of the foot, okay? Because the arch of the foot is pretty sensitive. It's got a lot of little bitty bones in it. We don't want to put a lot of pressure on that, okay? All right. So I'm going to just have one strap in each hand. I'm going to extend through the spine. My heart lifts. Now, as I begin to come forward, I'm keeping my back flat, right? You see that? And I'm letting my heart come forward, but I'm using that strap to kind of pull a little bit. So that's going to pull the toes up a little bit more to the ceiling. I just feel a lot more stretch in my hamstring here. One more breath. Let's go ahead and lift up, release that, and we're going to do it one more time on the same side. Are we ready? Here we go. Extend through the spine, belly stays tight, keep the back flat. Exhale if you want to add the breath as you come down, and then just breathe. We have one more breath. Let's release that. Take the strap off of that foot and bring that knee in. Okay. Whew, how's that feel? All right. We ready for the other side? Let's do it. Let's extend that other leg long, toes are to the ceiling. Just put that strap around. I've got one, remember, ball of the foot, not the arch of the foot. I've got one strap in each hand. I'm going to extend through my spine super long first, and then I'm just bending my elbows as I keep my back flat and let my heart fall forward. And come up, and let's do that just one more time. Here we go. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you let that heart fall forward. Feeling the stretch in the back side of that front leg. One more breath. And release. Just set your strap aside. We're going to move into our pigeon pose. So I'm going to take my ankle and I'm going to let it rest right here on my knee. So another option is ankle to ankle, and that's just fine. But if you want to be with me, I'm going to have my ankle resting on that knee. So this could be fine, right? This is all I need. I don't need any more. Great, good for you. If you want a little bit more, all you're going to do is extend through the spine and let the heart fall forward. Keeping the back flat, okay? So we're not rounding like we do in cat pose. This is keeping that back flat. All right, let's go ahead and come up. And I call it rock the baby. So I'm just going to grab my leg and I'm just going to kind of move it around a little bit. So this is just giving that some movement to that joint there. All right, let's put that foot back down and let's extend and do that again. Maybe you press gently on this leg, right? You can do that if you want. If you need more or want more. All right, let's go ahead and come up and let's just move that joint one more time here. All right, let's go ahead and set that leg down and we're going to go to the other side. Are we ready? Here we go. And remember, one side could be more or less willing than the other, so it's very common. Extend through the spine, let that heart fall forward. We own it, don't we? We own our bodies. It is what it is. That's why we're doing this today, because we love our bodies so much. Let's come up and let's rock that. Rock that baby. And we're going to do that again. Lengthen and hinge. That feels so good. Remember, if you want to press gently on that leg, you can. Just be gentle. All right, beautiful. Okay, we're going to get ready for our Shavasana Pose. Let's just sit back in our chair. You can lean back now, pull that belly button in. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling if that feels okay for you. Close your eyes or soften your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Just make the effort. Just make the effort. Don't overthink it or resent it or wish for something better. Go ahead and get it done. Don't excuse your way out of it or look for someone else to blame. Will it be difficult? That's mostly a judgment call, and one that does not change the situation. What will change the situation is action, or lack of it. So it's up to you and what you do, whether that change is for the better or for the worse. This is a turning point. This is the time when you can do something to positively affect the way your life unfolds. So go ahead, do it, make the effort, give it your best. Your world is ready for your decision, for your decisive action to improve it. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug. Press that opposite hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Click on that subscribe button, leave me a message, and I will see you next time.